Hi guys, welcome to Shade 3 Roadside Repairs channel, and today I'm going to describe you how to change engine oil in your Mazda 6 GH. Engine is MZR-CD 2.2 diesel. So first thing regarding the oil. So you need to use 5W30 oil, but if temperature is higher than 35 degree in your country, then use 5W40. Brand doesn't matter, so just choose something that you trust. Regarding the seal and drain plug, this is must have if you want to change the oil. So the seal, basically seal size is inner diameter is 14 millimeters, outer is 20 millimeters, and thickness is 1.5 millimeters. So basically this is how it looks like. This is copper seal, and I buy L-ring, which is 115100, so part number. You can reuse the old one, but it's not recommended and it can leak, you know. However, you can heat it and reuse it if you have some unusual circumstances, but I do not recommend you to do that. Every 2-3 times, change the drain plug. You can buy L-ring with the drain plug and seal, and this is 773630 part number if you want. So change it every 2-3 times. However, it's not it's not mandatory. And size is M14, and tread step is 1.5. After you change the oil, you need to reset oil deterioration level. You can do it using ForScan. I recommend you to buy ForScan adapter and download ForScan application, because if you own this car, you need it to perform some other service procedures. Or you can do it by connecting one pin, I will show it to you, to the ground. And after that, you need to press accelerator pedal like, 2 times or something like this. I will show it to you. So this is must have. Of course, you need to change oil filter. Just buy some oil filter that you trust. I personally use this one. So it works well and it has return valve, and I have no problems with that. So regarding should you fill the filter with oil or not? So I did it differently. So I filled it. At some point I stopped doing that. And to be honest, the difference is insignificant from my point of view. So the only difference I noticed is that when you start the engine after changing the oil for the first time, oil pressure becomes normal a bit quicker. Like instead of 3 seconds, if you don't fill the filter, it's like probably 2 or something like this. So it's up to you. And also filter is installed like this on that engine. So if you fill it, basically when you put it like this, everything will be oily after that. Your hand, the filter itself. So it's not so cool. So that's why I stopped doing that. And do not forget to put some amount of oil here before installation, because it allows you to install it smoothly. And otherwise, if you don't put the oil, this seal can be damaged. In order to have an access to drain plug and oil filter, you need to remove the engine cover. You see 10 bolts, 10 small bolts on the picture. You need to unscrew them. This is 10 millimeters bolts. And also you see the place where oil filter is installed. So basically without removing this engine cover, you won't be able to get an access to oil filter. So anyway, even this engine cover has a place for drain plug. Anyway, you need to remove it because you need to change the oil filter. Open the filler cap, guys, because this allows oil to drain faster. Oil is going. And by the way, this is the oil filter. This is how it looks like, the place where you know, put the oil filter. So I will clean the surface a bit with some, wipe. And I installed the plug bag, as you can see. Now it's clean. I don't remember the torque, but do not screw it much. Torque is pretty small here, and this is copper, copper seal, so you do not need to put much force. One important thing about the oil filter. So as you can see, this is the oil filter, and you should screw it by hand. And also you should be able to unscrew it by hand. However, sometimes it's not possible. And in order to do this easily, there is a special tool like this. So this is 10 millimeters for the wrench, and that tool allows you to, by the way, this is force 61904. This allows you to kind of mount it like this on the filter, and as you can see, it's moving. So basically it kind of keeps the filter and you can move it. So this is special tool to unscrew any oil filter. Do not use it to screw the filter, use your hand. This is only to unscrew it. However, in order to use that tool, here it's not enough place. So here, this is antifreeze hose here, and it doesn't allow you to put this tool here. So in order to do it, you need to unscrew this bolt, move this hose a bit, and then you will be able to use that tool to unscrew the filter. This is for case when it doesn't go easily. And this bolt, you can unscrew it from top. Basically, it's pretty good access here. Okay guys, filter is installed. Again, as I said, screw it by hand, like this, as much as you can, but not too much. Drain plug is here, looks perfect. And now I'm going to put the oil and start the engine and see if there is any leakage. Okay guys, so as you can see, oil pressure. So this is the first start after changing the oil, and oil, that sign should disappear after like 2-3 seconds. So let's see. Yeah, it disappeared. And have you heard that, bad engine sound? This is because it worked without the oil for some time. This is the old washer. As you can see, this is the reason why you can't use it the second time. So in order to reset the oil deterioration level, you need to find, this pin in blue, in the blue square, and connect it to the ground. After that, you need to switch on the ignition, just the ignition, do not start the engine, and press the accelerator pedal 5 times. After that, you will see how glow plug flashes 5 times, and it means that oil, deterioration level or reset interval is basically reset. or you can use ForScan for that if you have an adapter. Just choose this service procedure, reset engine oil deterioration learned value, and basically that's it. And I decided to cut the old filter to see how the filter element looks like. So I'm not sure if it's good or bad because I haven't seen how new filter looks inside, but this is after 12,000 kilometers. I recommend you guys to change the oil every 6,000 kilometers or 8,000 kilometers, but 12,000 is too much. Even 10,000 is too much. So I don't see here some big metal dust or something, so to me it looks pretty healthy. If you think otherwise, please share a comment. And this spring is needed to keep the filter element inside the box. So pretty simple, configuration of the filter. And in the center, in the middle of the filter element, there is a valve. I guess this valve is needed to allow oil to flow even if filter is completely dirty and doesn't allow oil to flow anymore. So basically this is kind of fallback valve for emergency cases if you change the oil every 30,000 kilometers. And I believe this rubber thing is needed to keep the oil inside the filter. So when you stop the engine, that thing keeps the oil inside, so that when you start the engine next time, basically you have the normal oil pressure a bit quicker, like not like in 2-3 seconds, but in 1 second or even less. Thank you for watching, guys. Please subscribe.